This video is going to be an uphill battle. I can feel it already. There's a rooster next door that will not stop. But we're going to do it anyway. Here are 7 passive income ideas for content creators. And this is how I now make 100 bucks per day. There he is. Okay, so before we start, I kind of want to give a little bit of my story for some of you guys that maybe don't know it. I started traveling 5 years ago, and I just started off as a backpacker with an amount of money saved, trying to live as cheap as possible, living off like $10, $15 a day, and all I wanted to do was travel. I traveled through really cheap places like India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and tried to make my money last as long as possible, but I knew that I had a finite amount of money that would eventually run out. Because of that, I wanted to try and figure out a way to make money online and a way to make money through what I enjoyed, which is video, and I started looking at different ways that you can do that. Now, one of the big ways that I knew initially, and this was again five and a half years ago, so it wasn't as established, but the main thing I knew to make money from video was, of course, YouTube. People were starting to make money through that. I saw vloggers and I thought, wow, that's what I want to do. But it turns out there are a lot more ways to make money from video than just YouTube, and that's what I've learned over the last few years. And now, of course, I can fund my travels, I can earn money passively, and I can do the things that I really want to do without having to sit behind a laptop or computer all day, because passive income, money comes in no matter what. You're making money while you sleep, you're making money while you do other things, and the general idea, for those of you that don't know, for passive income is that you do a bunch of work up front, so then you can enjoy the income from it later on. I think some people have a misconception about passive income, that it's just free money or money just comes in. No, you have to do the work originally. You have to put the work in, so then you can have a period of time where you're doing less work. I don't think there's very few things that you can just set up and then it will make money forever. You still have to do a little bit of maintenance, or you still have to come back to whatever you did and put another round of work in. But as long as you do that, then you have passive income from that work for a long period of time. Let's jump in, because the cockerel is now being a bit quieter. So let's do this. Okay, so I know a lot of YouTube channels would make you wait right until the end to tell you how much passive income I'm making. I'm gonna give it right on a plate right now, and I'm gonna do this over 90 days, and it's gonna be the previous 90 days. So I can't just cherry pick a month or a day to say, hey, I made this much in this month, and that's how much I make all the time, or I made this much today, and that's how much I always make. So I'm gonna choose the most recent 90 days to give you an average of what I make passively, to give you an idea of what I make passively per day. So over the last 90 days, I have made, that's a drum roll by the way, $7,958.58. Over 90 days, that equals to $88.42 per day. Now remember, this is separate to any sponsorships, brand opportunities, active work, anything else that I'm doing that also makes me money. This is all passive. This is all money that's coming in the background. I'm getting around $90 per day completely, even if I do nothing. That's coming in anyway right now. And I'm gonna break it down into all the different ways that I'm doing this. Some parts make more money some months, some parts make more money other months, and some will grow in the future and some will diminish in the future. But that's just the high level 90 bucks per day from old videos, from videos I made from traveling, and then I'm just there online now. By the way, if I've got like bags under my eyes right now, which I think I do, I just noticed in the camera, it's because I slept 11 hours last night. Hay fever is a thing in Lombok, apparently, and I didn't have any hay fever tablets, and I'm usually a sufferer of it back in England, but I must have sneezed 1,000 times yesterday, and then I went to bed early, and I went and got some pills to like take allergy tablets, but I wanted to get this video up anyway. So let's continue. Number one, and this is probably The one that most people know, and as I said at the beginning, it's what I knew before I started out making videos, is YouTube Adsense. And if you're watching this video, the odds are there was a advert before it, or in the mid-roll, or on the side, or sometimes you also have a little banner adverts. And I receive a portion of the advertising fee that YouTube is being paid. I learned a few years ago that for a travel channel such as mine, where I was traveling through quite cheap places in Southeast Asia and just focusing it on sort of backpacking travel content, I was never gonna make enough in AdSense to fund my travels, and I was never gonna make enough in AdSense to really do what I wanted to do. So I started looking at other ways besides AdSense, and I'm gonna come back to that later. The amount you make in AdSense, and there's a million videos on this, so I'd go search it, but the amount you make on AdSense comes down to your CPM, which is your cost per mil. And that really depends on what countries are viewing your videos and what the video is about as well. So an advertiser will pay more to have adverts next to your channel if it's going to be about things like real estate, finance, or tech, or anything that it's worth them putting more money to advertising in. If it's about backpacking, staying in hostels, like my channel was initially, then it's unlikely that advertisers are going to bid to have premium adverts in front of those videos, because the people that are watching them are less likely to spend more. So I never really made a lot from AdSense, but it still has ticked up over time. And I can tell you that right now, over the last 90 days, I've made $4,670 from YouTube AdSense. Averaged out, that is $51.88 per day. Now this will also depend on each month, and I would say as well, it's not been my best performing 90-day period, especially in the last year. But like I said, we're gonna do the last 90 days. And traditionally, by the way, January and February are some of the worst performing months in terms of AdSense, because, and this is also true across marketing, that marketing companies use most of their budget, or like the marketing department of a company uses most of their budget at the end of the year. They have a budget per year, so November, December, they blow it all leading up to Christmas, and then January and February there's less ad spend. So now some of you might be thinking, well, there you go, solved it. You made $4,600 from YouTube. It's only because you have a following that you're able to do this. Well, actually, that $4,600 is only 58% of what I've made in the last 90 days. So it's nice, and I'm happy that I'm lucky enough to have you guys following, and I'm lucky that I have a YouTube channel that I can make AdSense from, but it's not the whole story. And even if you don't have a following, there is ways to make passive income from video. So moving on quickly. The second passive income idea is affiliate links. Now, if you check my description, if you go down below and click a little read more, you'll see a bunch of affiliate links that I choose to promote. And these come down to Airbnb, Epidemic Sound, Amazon, Safety Wing, and whatever else is in there right now. And I've chosen these, and these will go into every single one of my videos. And the reason I've chosen these is because for me right now, they are the best performing in terms of affiliates. And just for a brief overview, an affiliate is where you promote a product or service, and then you encourage someone to go and use it or sign up, and then you get a kickback if that person signs up or uses it, like a referral fee for introducing them. And I only choose ones that are specifically travel or video making related, and only services that I use, and ones that will give value to someone signing up to them. For example, Airbnb, you get £25 credit if you sign up. Epidemic Sound, you get a free trial. Amazon, you get a couple of free audiobooks, or one free audiobook, I think. And Safety Wing is the travel insurance I use all the time. So just breaking them down quickly, over the last 90 days, Epidemic Sound has paid $842 in referrals. Amazon has paid a whopping $36.38. And I'll say about that, by the way, I did have just the link to my old gear in there. I've now changed that to Amazon's bounty program, which gives you a free audiobook, which apparently I've just learned recently converts a lot better. So we'll see in 90 days time if that's made any difference. Safety Wing, $23.20. I've just had that link in there. Never mentioned it before on this channel, never mentioned it to anyone other than just having the link in every description, and it still makes some money, but maybe that would make more if I ever promoted it and told people about Safety Wing. Premiere Pro, $72.97, and that's the same situation there. I've just put the link in, and if people want to find out what editing program I use, they can go and click it. If I made a editing tutorial, for example, and told people I edit with Premiere Pro, then maybe that would be higher. One cool thing about that, by the way, is that if I want to change a link in every description I have, so I have 500 videos up now. If I wanted to go back and change a link in every description, it would be quite time consuming to do that individually on every single one. But there are cool services out there that can change a link in every description all at once. One is TubeBuddy, which I'll also put the link in below because it's also an affiliate link, but yeah, it's something I use as well. And if I wanted to change every single Amazon link like I did last week from the camera link to the bounty program for the Audible link, that changes it on every video all at once. If I want to drop in a new affiliate link to every single video, I can do that all at once. I don't need to go back and change. So while you're building up a library of content, you're also building up 500 different hooks for your affiliate links. So again, maybe you're thinking, you need a following for that because, you know, how are you going to get people to click? Well, I mean, yeah, you need like a couple people, maybe. If you had a really small channel or like a really small audience, or even your friends and family, if you're introducing them to a service that's going to be beneficial to them, you really don't need a large following. It could be a few people. For example, I told my dad a couple years ago about Airbnb, and he put it onto his own Facebook and got a few people to sign up, I think. So like you can literally, you can start making money from affiliates straight away. I just say don't talk about or recommend people to something you don't absolutely believe in and use yourself. Number 3 is stock footage. I made another video about this recently, so if you do want to learn more about it and how I use a site called Blackbox, then that video will pop up, or go back and check it, but I made it last month about how I use Blackbox specifically. The general idea is that while I'm filming videos for my YouTube channel and for the other content I make, I'm also getting lots of B-roll that other people could use for their own projects, and they can license that from me, pay a one-time fee to use it in their own project. And this is something that anyone can do. You don't need to have a channel, you don't need to have a following. All you need to do is have a video camera or a decent phone, know how to frame a shot, and if you're in places that maybe there isn't a lot of content of, or there's not a lot of stock footage of, just start filming, learn the basics of filming and of stock footage, and you can start making money straight away. In the last 90 days, I have made $842.55. That averaged out over 90 days is $9.36 per day, which doesn't sound a lot, but I mean, it's kind of nice. If someone just came up to me and gave me $10 each day, that'd be cool, right? Number 5. Whoop. Okay, almost fell backwards then. Just checking out that frame. Okay, how does that look? Hey, what do we get to? Number 4, number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5. No, 5 is 5. Number 4, crypto social media. There's a hook. This is so up and down, and this is why I'm putting it under passive income ideas, because I know as soon as I mention cryptocurrency, some of you will be massively turned off by it, some of you will be massively intrigued by it, but in general it's kind of like a whole murky water, gray area, scary thing that is cryptocurrency, because it's so tied to Bitcoin, which is really volatile. So I'm gonna kind of just like breeze past it right now and say that I have made money from cryptocurrency passively, from cryptocurrency social media sites passively. And this could be a whole video in itself, but there are sites like DTube, Library, DLive, which by the way has a huge partnership with PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber on the platform, and you can bet that he's getting paid a lot for that partnership. The general idea is that you are taking the videos you're posting anyway. So all of these videos that are going onto my YouTube channel are also going onto my DTube channel, my library channel, and I haven't started with DLive yet, but like it's just another one. And I'm also getting paid again for those videos. Now, if I just show you very quickly, these are my holdings in crypto right now. I'm not gonna include it in this calculation because I'm not taking out this money right now because it's so volatile. It would be a bad time. I think it's lost like 30% of its value in the last 3 days since I came up with this idea for the video. And that's really why I'm not saying just to everyone just to go and do it, because there's a bit of a learning curve there. I will say though, it's gone through cycles, and a couple years ago, I mean, at the beginning, is it 2017 now? Wow, time flies. Maybe at the end of 2017, I made like 10 grand in a month, and I didn't really have, I mean, anywhere near the following I had. It didn't matter about following, to be honest. And yeah, there's still the potential that could happen again, who knows? But it's just maybe something to look into and be aware of. If you don't want to find out anything more about that, then let me know in the comments, and maybe I would do another video or a free training or something like that about how you can do that. Number 5. If you're still here at this point, this video is a lot longer than I intended it to be. But I'm just putting it all out there, and yeah, you can take what you want from this or not. Number 5 are other apps and websites that I am using to make money passively from the same videos that I am using or putting up on YouTube. For example, this video, you're gonna go and find it on some of these platforms. The first is Hideout.tv, and this is a curated platform like YouTube where you can upload all the same videos that I put on YouTube onto this platform as long as they are a certain quality, and they're also paying AdSense. It's nothing crazy, I mean, it's not even that good. It's 25 cents per 1,000 views, but that adds up, and in the last 90 days, that is $266.79 or $2.96 per day. Other apps that I am similarly doing the similar thing with similarly are Rizzle, and I'm uploading 60-second videos to there, which is just me talking to my phone. I literally just like talk and have an idea for 60 seconds, ping it up, upload, and it's like kind of like a 60-second daily vlog. And people can sponsor your channel on there. You can also reuse old content, so I'm uploading old videos after my first little 15-second intro, and so far from that I have made a whopping $3. But I like trying out these platforms, and $3 over 90 days, what is that? I can't do videos and do maths. 90 divided by 30 is a whopping, no wait, that's not right. 3 divided by 90 is a whopping 3 cents per day. But like I said, I like trying these platforms and I like figuring it out, and that may develop into more at the future. On all of these so far, YouTube, stock footage, affiliates, whatever else, I was also making less than that per day at one point. It's just that I like trying them, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. Another app similar to that is Firework, which has made me 300 bucks over the last 90 days, $3.33 per month. And I'm adding this all up in the background, by the way. I have a notepad sheet, which is telling me how much it all is. And yeah, that's where I got the calculation from. Number 6. Roku, TV apps. If my videos go up, or when my videos go up on YouTube, they also go up on Roku. I work with 2 companies, one called Future Today and one called Glewed TV, and they have their own TV apps within Roku that when it goes up here, it also goes up there. I found out about this 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and it's been making me consistent passive income since then, like roughly $100 to $200 per month. You don't need to have a big channel for that, you just need to have solid content. So one of them was $662.26 over 90 days, works out as $7.35 a day. The other was $110.80 divided by 90 is $1.22 per day. Again, doesn't sound like loads, but they all add up in the background, and it just like multiple income streams is where I'm at. Lastly, the 7th passive income totem, the 7th passive income element, the 7th passive income alignment of the planets. I'm going a bit insane. There's no coffee in this. Is video licensing. Different to stock footage, but also very similar. If a company wants to license a clip of mine outside of stock footage, this is where they kind of overlap. Stock footage is a general stock clip of let's say an establishing shot of a beach, and then like someone's gonna search for establishing shot of Lombok Beach and license it from me to use in a program where no one would even be able to tell that it's my footage. You know, it could just be anyone's, anywhere, doesn't matter. That's slightly different to video licensing from me specifically. And let me just think of a good example. Okay, good example, I've mentioned it before, is the Slinky clip that I have made a lot of money from over the years. I filmed that, put that on my YouTube channel. It got like 50,000 views in a couple days. Storyful or Jukin Media or one of those guys reached out to me at the time and paid $300 up front to use that on a bunch of different news sites because they knew it was going to get a lot of views and they knew that they're going to get a lot of money from that clip. So I licensed it to them because they can distribute it. And that's just one example. I've done that with other sites such as Newsflare, Caters TV, and again, I'll put these in the description below. Over the last 90 days, that has made me $131.60. Over 90 days, averaged out is $1.46 per day. That's lower than other months for sure. For example, I had Storyful send me $1,000 1 month before, and 500 euros another month, 400 euros another month. And it depends on the demand for those clips that I've licensed, and it depends on what the clip is. Now the thing is with that is that it kind of needs to be newsworthy, trending, or viral content. So it's not massively reliable in terms of like, I can't just go out today and shoot something that's gonna become viral. But what you can do is put yourself in the right position to be able to film that. If there's something really like incredible happening and you manage to get it on camera, then it's good to know that you can make money from these things rather than just letting a company use it for free. I see it all the time, by the way, on Twitter or in YouTube comments. When someone has a clip that goes viral, you get companies saying, hey, can we use this? Can we share it on the Daily Mail? Or can we share this on Unilad? Just say, yeah, sure, it'll cost you $100, or like feel free to license it from me, because you can get paid for that stuff. Not all the time, but it's something that I learned the hard way, is that you should be charging if companies want to use your footage. And that, that's it. Those are the 7 ways I am making passive income every day, right now, over the last 90 days, totaling up to $7,958, or if you will, $88.42 per day, which you'll notice is not what I put in the title. I put $100 per day because that just kind of sounds a bit nicer, but also because it is actually probably more accurately what I made over last year. Because if I take like these 3 months for YouTube example, the Adsense was a lot higher, and my licensing and stock footage and Storyful, all of these were higher other points in the year. It's just that January and February has a lower ad spend. So I don't know, maybe I'll even say $90 per day, but this is how I make that much per day. I've left myself a lot of editing to do with this video. Here's the thing though, I didn't know about any of this before I started. I had the idea that I wanted to make money online. I had the passion for making videos, and I enjoyed travel. Those are the 3 things that I wanted to do, having no clue how I was gonna make it work. All I did is bought a $200 at the time camera and just started filming. Nowadays, I would say the phone you have right here is 100% good enough to do all of these things. 4K, I mean, you don't even have to shoot 4K, but if your phone does shoot 4K, that's perfect for stock footage. And even if it doesn't, you can still shoot most things on your phone right now, and you can start making money in lots of these different avenues or the passive income methods for yourself from just your phone. If you have a decent video camera, you're already ahead of the game and you can start doing a lot more of this. Obviously, the higher you go with the gear, the more you can make. If you have a real premium clip using quality gear, that'll make more in stock footage, and it will possibly make more on the other platforms as well, because people might follow you for that. But that is not something that should hold you back. You can still start doing this anyway with whatever gear you have available. I've learned these things the hard way. I've learned what works for me, and I'm constantly learning as well. One thing I love doing is finding new ways, new passive income streams, and I'm lucky enough now to get emails about these apps and websites that are starting up, and I love trying them. I don't ignore them. I love finding out about them, and I love trying to find new income streams. I think I said earlier, because this is a long video, and I don't know where my thoughts are going. And that cockerel is still going. But this isn't the best 90-day period. It's just the most recent one. I could have chosen... Jesus Christ, Daniel! Don't know if he's called Daniel. I could have chosen another time to do another income report, but this is just the most recent one since I came up with the idea for this video, and hopefully it helps some of you to see what is a general passive income per day rather than my best month. It's also been continuously going up over the long term. Each year I make more than the last, and obviously not each day I make more than the last, but if I'm building up a bigger library of videos, a bigger library of stock footage, more clips licensed out, but finding more platforms to put these videos on, it's always going to have that kind of upward trend. I hope this edit's okay. You're going to find out if you get to watch it or not. Right. Where is he? Oh my God. Where are you? Oh, there's loads of them. Motherfuckers. Yeah, thanks for watching. This really is a awesome journey, and I like perfect. Yeah, no, what I'm trying to say is that I enjoy finding out about these things. I like it to become as passive as possible because it gives me freedom to be able to create the videos I want to create rather than relying on sponsorships or branded projects, and just being able to travel and do the things I really want to do, go to places I really want to go because I have that passive income in the background. That's it for this week. Let me know in the comments what you would like to know more about. That's a different approach, isn't it? Why don't you like and subscribe this video, because that's most YouTubers don't ask you to do that. So if you yeah, I mean, if you did enjoy it, then leave a comment. Why have I never thought of saying that before? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.